Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another ARIS functionality demonstration session. I'm here to lead you through one of ARIS's powerful features today called Smart Design. Smart Design is something you may not have used before or something you may not have seen before, but it's all about recording process information faster and easier to help get ideas out of people's heads and onto the page as quickly and seamlessly as possible, and to help provide feedback and an iterative process to making models come out of sessions better without having to have multiple meetings for discovery. It's all about making these sessions faster and easier. Enter your full detailed processes through our simplified spreadsheet and watch ARIS draw the models right before your eyes. Taking that instant feedback from stakeholders, you can rewrite your process or change it with a simple couple of button clicks. And it helps to prevent the added time of having to rewrite after the fact or having to be able to provide people the outcomes of process discovery sessions, even days or weeks later. So come away with your meetings with a full process model ready to go, ready to show, and ready to get validated. To start here, I'll show you one of the outcomes you might be able to get. This is a model that we use for sales order processing. Now, there's a lot of steps to this, and normally we'd be taking a symbol palette and pulling symbols onto the page and connecting them up. And well, it's very powerful and gives you a lot of capability. It also can be more time-consuming, and particularly if you're not a business process mapping expert. Conversely, Smart Design helps you get to this point with a lot less steps and a lot more easily and a lot faster. I use Smart Design often when I'm doing process discovery workshops, where there are multiple stakeholders who are talking at me at the same time, and I'm having to both moderate and facilitate as well as record and ultimately validate. And to get that to work in synchronous time with your meeting, you're going to need something a little faster than dragging and dropping. To do that, I'm going to start here with a blank canvas. We call this our model canvas. And I'm going to go to this little button called Smart Design. And what that's going to do is it's going to pop up essentially a spreadsheet, a tabular form where we can start to enter information in. And as you see in the middle, we have all the different columns that contain different types of information we might want. On the left, you'll start to see the models that take shape. So as you enter more information, your diagram is going to expand. As you might imagine, that means that as we're drawing, as we're gathering information, we also get to see that information and have people provide feedback on it. So it's real-time synchronous feedback, and ultimately you come up with a better outcome. To do that, I'm just going to start the process. Now, as a note for you, all these columns are very customizable, so you can choose which ones show up, and it's as simple as configuring Smart Design, which is another drop-down button from that initial menu. We're trying to get to this idea of sales order processing. What it's going to start with is a contract being finalized. And that contract is going to get finalized, and then the first thing we have to do is check that contract and validate. Now, to do that, I'm going to start to add people. So first, I have input information, which is our contract. But I also have key information where this contract is stored. Now, like other places in ARIS, if you've got existing information, you can easily reuse it. So I'm going to look for an application system where I happen to know that all of my contracts are stored in Probase. And I can add risks, I can add roles. Here's a contracts officer. And from there, just move on to the next step. It lets me select between events and functions, which is the part of our main flow of a process, and go step by step to get me what I want. So once the contract is checked, now I need to complete all additional documentation. And that's going to be an important part of the process is making sure that you have all the right steps. So if you've made a mistake, it's easy for you to simply delete, and the model will fix itself for you. So here's our contracts officer again, and I'm actually going to select it from an existing listing. I can also add any risks that I might have. So incorrect documentation information. And those risks will even pop up on my model. I'll put this little model here. We're saying documentation complete. And there we are, our model complete and finished. Clicking close doesn't actually close the editor insofar as I can't open it up again, because simply clicking on anything and editing information opens it back up for me. But it just means that I can take a look at my stakeholders and say, hey guys, is this what we're looking at? Is this correct? And go back and edit things as I want. And as you might imagine, that's a very fast way of getting all the information you need from the page to the screen, from the head to your knowledge repository, and ultimately getting the validation you need to make sure your processes are right, not just this time, but every time. Thanks so much, ladies and gentlemen, and hopefully you'll have a chance in the next little while to try out Smart Design for yourself. Feel free to go to softwareag.com for all the information you might need about the ARIS product stack and all the different products and services that we offer at Software AG. Thank you so much for your time, and I hope that you'll take a look at some of the other videos we've got going on. We're going to go through a lot of the different functionality of ARIS over the next little while, and hopefully you'll come along and join us.